Hello and namaste to all dear students. It's me, Priya, one of the science teacher of Asian Academy. This episode is especially for class 2. Today in this episode, we are going to learn about a very important topic of science, that is animals around us. Dear students, before starting our class, please be ready with your materials like book, copy, pencil, eraser, etc. Hope you all are ready with your materials. So without taking much time, let's start our class. Dear students, at first I want to ask you one question. What do we see around us? What do we see around us? Yes, dear students, we see different animals, different kinds of animals around us. Some are big, some are small, some live in water, some flies in the sky. So there are different kinds of animals, and animals are living things because they eat food, they grow, they move from one place to another place. So all animals are living things. So today we are going to read about different kinds of animals around us, and some are domestic animals, some are wild animals, some are milch animals. So here I have made a chart. So today we are going to read about these types of animals. So first is domestic animals, wild animals, pet animals, milch animals, aerial animals, aquatic animals, and arboreal animals. So today we are going to read about these types of animals. First, there is domestic animals. We all know that what is domestic animal? Yes or not, dear students? Yes, domestic animals are the animals which we keep at home. So here is the definition of a domestic animal. Look into the chart. Those animals that we keep at home are called domestic animals. So those animals that we keep at home are called domestic animals. This is the definition of domestic animals. And let's write some examples of domestic animals. So cow. Cow is a domestic animal. Buffalo is also a domestic animal. Donkey is a domestic animal. Ox, etc. So these are the examples of domestic animals. And these domestic animals live in farms, and these domestic animals are very useful for us. Understood, dear students? Hope you understood. Now, next topic we have is wild animals. We all know that what is wild animals? Yes, those animals that lives in jungle are called wild animals. So here is the definition of wild animal. So let's look into the chart, dear students. Those animals that live in jungle are called wild animals. So animals those live in jungle, they are called wild animals. So wild animals are very dangerous for us because they might eat us, because it is very dangerous. So let's write some examples of wild animals. tiger. We all have seen tiger in TV or in the zoo. So it is very dangerous animals, and tiger lives in jungle. Next example is lion. Lion is also a wild animal. Next we have elephant. Elephant is also a wild animal. Deer, monkey, etc. So these are what? Wild animals. So dear students, here I have some animals. So some wild animals. So this is a tiger. So this is wild animal. So tiger lives in jungle. Now next I have is elephant. Elephant is very big in size and elephant. Elephant is very big in size. So elephant is what? Wild animal. Now next I will show you is deer. Deer is also a wild animal. Deer lives in a jungle. And next I will show you is rhinoceros and lion. These all are what? Wild animals. Hope you understood definition of wild animals and the example of wild animals. Good. Now we will go to next topic, that is pet animals. Yes, we also have seen pet animals. Yes, and we keep pets at our home. So let's read the definition of pet animals. So please look into the chart, dear students. So here is the definition. Those animals that we keep at home, for fun and pleasant are called pet animals. We keep pet at home for what? For fun, for pleasant. आफ्नो खुशीको लागि राख्छौं है. Very good. So let's read definition once again. Those animals that we keep at home for fun and pleasant are called pet animals. Very good. Now let's write the example of pet animals. So first example is dog. Yes, we keep dog at our home. Yes or not, dear students? Yes, we keep dog at our home for fun and pleasant. So this is the example. Dog is the example of pet animal. Now next we keep parrot. Yes, some people love to keep parrot as pet at their homes. So parrot is also a pet animal. Now next is cat. Yes, we also keep cat as a pet animal. So these are the examples of pet animals. And dear students, domestic animals and pet animals, we keep these both animals in our home. But there is the difference. Domestic animals are useful to us, but pet animals are not useful for us. We keep pet animals at our home just for fun and pleasant. I hope you understood what is pet animals and examples of pet animals. Now, next topic is milch animals. Milch animals. So let's look the definition of milch animals. So here is the definition in the chartboard. Now, those animals that give us milk are called milch animals. Yes, dear students, those animals that give us milk, that are called milch animals. Now, dear students, let's write some examples of milch animals. So, cow. Cow is a milk animal because cow gives us milk. Likewise, buffalo. Buffalo is also a milk animal because buffalo gives us milk. Similarly, camel is also a milk animal because camel gives us milk. Yak. Yak is also a what? Milk animal because yak gives us milk. Goat, etc. So these are the examples of what? Milk animals. Cow, buffalo, camel, yak, goat. So these animals gives us milk. So we know that those animals that gives us milk are called milk animals. And dear children, milk is very important for us. We should drink milk daily. Now, let's go through next topic, that is aerial animals. I think you may not have listened about aerial animals. Don't worry, I will tell you what aerial animals are. Aerial animals are animals that flies in the sky. So that are aerial animals. So let's go to the definition. So here is the definition in the chart. So let's look the definition of aerial animal. Those animals that spend most of the time in air are called aerial animals. Yes, dear children, those animals which spend their most of the time flying in the sky are called aerial animals. Very good. So let's write some examples of aerial animals. Like birds. Birds fly in the sky, yes or no, dear students? Yes, birds flies in the sky. And birds like what? Crow. We see crow and crow flies in the sky. Yes. Next example is sparrow. Sparrow is also a aerial animal because sparrow flies in the sky. Parrot. Yes, dear students, parrot is also a aerial animal because parrot flies in the sky. Likewise, owl, pigeon, etc. These are the examples of aerial animals. Crow, sparrow, parrot, owl, pigeon, etc. So there are many more examples of aerial animals. So some of them are crow, sparrow, parrot, owl, pigeon. These are aerial animals. Dear children, what do birds fly with? Yes, we all know that birds fly with the help of their what? Their wings. Very good. So birds fly with the help of their wings. So hope you understood the definition and the examples of aerial animals. Now dear students, let's go through the next topic. So what is the next topic? Can we see in the chart? Very good. The next topic is aquatic animals. I think you haven't listened or heard about aquatic animals before. Some of may have listened, but some students didn't listen about aquatic animals. So, aquatic animals are the animals that live in water. Yes, dear students, those animals that live in water are aquatic animals. And aquatic animals is also known as water animal or sea or marine animals. So aquatic animals is also known as water animal, sea animal or marine animals. Now let's go to the definition of aquatic animals. Those animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Let's repeat once again. Those animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Very good. I think you all have learned the definition of aquatic animal. Now let's write some examples of what? Aquatic animals. Now, dear children, tell me some examples of water animal or aquatic animal. So let's write the examples of aquatic animals. What do we see in the water? Which animals live in water? Like fish is a aquatic animal. We see fish in the water. Very good. So fish is a aquatic animal or water animal. Now next example. Starfish is also example of aquatic animal. Likewise, shark, blue whale, etc. are the examples of aquatic animal. There are many more animals that lives in water. These are some of them. We can find tortoise that lives in water, and next is octopus. So these animals are what? Aquatic animals. I hope you have understood definition of aquatic animal or what is aquatic animal and the examples of aquatic animal. Very good. Now our next topic and the last topic of this episode is arboreal animals. I think you all are confused what arboreal animals is. Don't worry children, now we are going to read about what is arboreal animal. So animal that lives most of the time in trees are arboreal animals. Animals that lives in tree are arboreal animals. Okay, now let's go to the definition of arboreal animals. Those animals that spend most of the time in trees are called arboreal animals. I think now you know what is arboreal animals. Now let's repeat once again definition of arboreal animals. Those animals that spend most of the time in trees are called arboreal animals. Very good. Now let's write some examples of arboreal animals. And which animal lives in trees, dear students? Yes, we see monkeys in the trees. So monkey is a arboreal animal. Tell me the next example of arboreal animal, dear students. Which animal lives in trees? Very good. Squirrel. Squirrels also lives in what? Trees. So squirrel is also a arboreal animal. Now next, lizard. lizard. Also spend most of time in trees. So lizard is also a what? Arboreal animal. Now next example is tree frog. Tree frog means frog that lives in tree only are tree frogs. So tree frog is also a arboreal animals. Likewise snakes. Snakes also lives in trees. Some snakes lives in tree. So these are the examples of arboreal animals. Monkey, squirrel, lizard, tree frog, snakes, chimpanzees, etc. are the examples of arboreal animals. I hope you have understood what is arboreal animals. I hope, dear students, you have learned about these topics. If you have any confusion related to these topics, you can consult to your parents, brothers, sisters, or you can consult your class teacher. Now, it's time for homework, and your homework is write the definition of these topics. This means you have to write the definition of all these topics, that is domestic animals, wild animals, pet animals, milch animals, aerial animals, aquatic animals and arboreal animals. So you have to write all these definitions with 5 examples each in your note copy. So dear students, you all have to write all these definitions in your note copy, fair copy, and you have to write 5 examples of each. So dear students, hope to see you in next episode. Thank you. Have a good day.